Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Corvids. My name is Jake. I am the GM of this show. I go by he, him, but I'll be playing a bunch of characters, so follow up on that. But before we get into everyone and who they are and all that fun stuff, today we are going to be doing a giveaway. It will be happening sometime today. We'll not tell you when. Break.
What just happened?
He broke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and so stick around for that. There's a couple things I do need to talk about. One, you do need to have a U.S. Address. You have to be able to mail it to somewhere in the U.S. And it will be randomly chosen out of someone in the chat tonight. So stick around for that. Let's go around the table. Jonas and William, start us off.
Quick question: are PO boxes cool? Can you ship to a PO box with this particular? I mean, they're dice, so
yeah.
Cool.
It's just that I'm not going to mail outside of the U.S. when it costs more to mail outside of the U.S. than the dice itself.
Of course, so, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Cool. I'm Jonas, they, them, and I play the chameleon gnome storm druid Robin, she, her. Dampier chameleon gnome storm druid Robin.
Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I'm playing the Dampier detective, fighter, goblin, Remy Ashfellow, also they, them. And we're in a band called Glass Beach together. You can find us at Glass Beach Band. Yeah, we got everything / Glass Beach Band. It's okay. All right. And patreon.com/ linktr.ee / Glass Beach Band. We got
Flags. Wave that flag. Wave it high. Wave it high in the sky.
Yeah, we've got Glass Beach flags as well.
Do you really? Is Jonas going and getting a Glass Beach flag?
Jonas just had a Glass Beach flag.
Oh, I missed it.
But they'll be back.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, Jake missed it because you barely waved it.
And you missed that one rap about it. It was like very 90s.
It's so fucking big.
Here, let me show you.
I want to wear that as a cape.
Like 12 feet or something. It's not that big.
It's pretty big.
It's like 46 by 46.
There was a pre-order. You had to have already gotten it, but I was informed by our overlords at Run for Cover Records that they are ordering more because they were so popular. So if you missed your chance, you didn't miss it forever.
Is it a flag or a tapestry?
I'm not showing his new house on Twitter.
It's a flag. It's a flag.
Like a wall flag.
Yeah. It's
the best part about this is that this entire time while you are talking about this, Jonas and you are both frozen. Yeah. And so you just get, there you go. Now you're back. It was literally just Jonas holding up the flag in the background the entire time. It was like, this is an ad for this flag.
Oh, did it just freeze on that image? Is that what happened? That's great.
Yeah. So that's, check that stuff out. Whatever. We're like 10 people away from hitting 7,000 followers on Twitter. So that's cool.
Hey, 10 of you.
So that, check that out.
Tell you what, if that happens during the stream, we will give QueueTimes is going to give away some Die Hard dice at some point during the stream. We won't say when.
Yeah.
So you know. Break.
And then I do 2 other shows for QueueTimes. One is called Hijinks and Handlebars, and the other one is called Killer Set. Hijinks and Handlebars was a Kids on Bikes campaign. It's not done yet. We'll return to it, but you can find all the VODs for that on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. We also did a Dungeon World miniseries that we are also going to return to, I think, in January. Yes, I think, yeah. We're returning to that in January after a big old hiatus. But we'll come back for that. All of the previous VODs for that are also on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. A playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. The others, the Killer Set, you can find that, all of the 2 VODs for that, 3 VODs, because the first one was 2 episodes. That is a Monster of the Week campaign where I take real-life musicians and bands and have them play fake musicians and bands that have to fight monsters and solve mysteries in order to play their gigs. We've had Pink Shift, the band Pink Shift, and also Bad Moves. And Pink Shift was actually in a Spin article today.
Wow.
You can check that out, but they did an interview, and it was really great. And the music was described as like if My Chemical Romance and No Doubt had a baby.
Whoa.
So
that feels, and this is a good thing, as accurate as people who say they're like a modern Paramore, and like it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah. I know that Ashrita, the the front woman for the band has said that like No Doubt is a big inspiration for her. So I'm sure that there's no doubt that she enjoys that as a okay. Next,
all right,
next, please.
Molly.
We'll go with Krug.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Krug. I play Krug Claudel, the human mug. Both of us, he, him. In the general tradition that we have recently adopted of posting more content on other people's YouTube channels than our own, I would like to plug Mr. Jacob over here being on Nerdarchy Live, which is their second YouTube channel for their like live long form content that they do. They did an interview. I don't know if interview is the right word. They kind of just chat the shit for an hour. Shot the shit. I'm also not supposed to curse, so I'm gonna stop doing that. So yeah, you should go check that out. It's just like an hour of them talking about role-playing games. I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, I listened to it. It was good.
I don't know why
enjoyable.
You already have to listen to me enough, you know?
I know. I mean, that was the worst part, genuinely.
Exactly half of it was just atrocious.
Yeah. No, but it was good. I really liked it. You should definitely go check that out. It's Nerdarchy Live on YouTube. It was the most recent. It's episode 150. It doesn't have like a unique title, but it's episode 150. So if you search for that in there, you should definitely be able to find it.
No, not to be judgmental, but it was episode 150, but I did not see 149 episodes before ours.
I don't know. I genuinely wouldn't be able to tell you because I'm looking at them right now and it's it's kind of in order. Yeah, I don't get it. There's a lot.
Well,
I'm pretty sure there are 150. Anyways,
if you look on their channel,
it's anime number.
Well, if you look on their channel, they only have 144 videos. So, all right.
Some of them are missing. I mean, we do that too. Don't even start with that. So that's that. And then I wanted to also say that we're giving dice away, but I don't think we have decided when today. Like, it's some point today, but I don't think that we know exactly when it's going to happen.
I will also say, not only are we giving away dice today, but later on, right after this show, during Power Play, we're going to be giving away some Dark Horse comics on Power Play. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, the only thing Krug forgot to say is this is not a.
That was the other thing. This isn't an educational stream. We're not doing educational content. That's what Game Gorgon is for, which is on our YouTube channel. This is a home game, and just like your home game, sometimes we get rules wrong, and sometimes we do rules wrong on purpose because we want to. And it's a role-playing game, and you're allowed to do whatever you want. It's not like Paizo's going to knock on your door and scream at you for playing the game wrong. You can just do whatever you want. So there's that.
Molly and a cute little tiny puppy. Go.
Yes. My name is Molly McIsaac. I play Mouse the Magnificent. We are both she, her. I gave birth this week. And this is what I gave birth to. This is Mayu.
This is what a deal with Asmodeus gets you.
Yeah. Mayu is a 10-week-old Pomeranian puppy who's 1.5 pounds, and I just had to show her to chat because she's everything, and she also might disrupt me a lot on stream, so I needed to give context for that because she's 10 weeks old and rules my life. You can follow me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch where I am Night Glimmer, and on Facebook at The Basic Witches, which is a series I do with my best friend Jordan, which is very silly. Which content will be coming to eventually. I'm still trying to get my Facebook account back, so we'll see what's going on there. If anybody knows anybody who works at Facebook, it'd be really nice to have some help there. But if not, don't worry, I still love you. And yeah, that's all.
My favorite comment so far is you gave birth to a 10-week-old puppy
this
week?
I did. She was very, very overdue.
Well, and Mayu will tell you she's 10 and a half weeks old, but we don't really count the same way. So,
can you hold your cup up one more time?
I forgot to do that. Yeah, it's a cool
word. That is awesome. I love it. Sorry, I saw that and I was like,
I've seen that. Did you have that last week, or did I see that between?
Maybe I think I posted them.
Maybe that's it.
Somewhere because I got them from Target Halloween collection. I got 4 Corvid cups.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Would it be a quart of them?
A quart of Corvid cups.
Bwah, bwah, bwah.
Can it hold a quart? Okay, anyways, let's
Who are you? Did you say who you are? I think you did. You did,
Yes,
yeah.
I started off by saying that. A couple other things before we get into the show. Beatles and Grimm is still doing their Pathfinder 2nd Edition Kickstarter, so if you have not supported that yet, go check that out. I think that's it, right? That's all the things? I think.
Asmodeus' daddy. I think that's all we need to... Maybe we did say that.
Yes.
So as the last time we left
literally and figuratively.
Great. Anyways, hey, and chat has decided to already start you all off with a bunch.
Wow, I can't wait. Man, I'm gonna roll so many scouting checks today.
So you guys are starting out with 12 hero points. So good luck using all of those.
On top of what we already have, we have 12. Okay, cool. Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh.
So last we left off, all of you all of you were getting set up, and you were about to head out with Arturo and the caravan with Dr. Ravna and their family, because you were all heading out to Callendale. Because you have just found out that that's where the headquarters is, and that is currently where Scott and Mia are, and they want to get Dr. Ravna there, and they just kind of want to get everyone there safe, and they want your help. So...
the very last thing we left off on was the drunk hunter dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Remy had just removed hand from mouth and said that like Moss and Robin could do whatever they wanted with him. And he wiped the blood from his mouth from my hand and then spat on the ground in front of me. So
yeah, because you all had gotten him and have taken him back. Did you knock him out again or no?
Not again.
No, he's currently conscious, but he's manacled to a piano.
Yes. What are you? Okay, so why don't we start there? What are you going to do with him?
I would definitely, I and through me, Robin, would give Moss the first acting opportunity here if she wants to. As Robin and Moss have been given free range for this guy.
I mean, yeah, honestly, Moss is angry in a way that you've probably never seen her before, because she's so protective of Herring and like all of her little, I don't want to call Herring part of the menagerie, but like her family, I guess, like Snowball, Onion, Herring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And her this pod. Man, yeah, her pod. Her chosen family, because she doesn't have a good track record with her real family. So she's pissed, like in a way that you've never seen Moss pissed before, because she's so doesn't take things seriously usually. I would say that Moss is capable of like straight up murder right now. So like this guy doesn't seem repentant at all and doesn't seem to want to do a learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so like I take the onus off of myself. Is there something I can roll to see if like the bad part of her overtakes her and she kills him?
I mean, that's completely up to you of what you want to do.
I had a character where I basically was in like a lot of similar situations repeatedly, and I like in every situation I kind of just did in my head like what is the percent chance I think that I'm just gonna lose my shit right now, and then I rolled percentile to see if that would happen. I don't know if that's something you want to do.
If you wanted to do it like mechanically, I think it would be a will save, and then you would just have to decide what the DC is.
Yeah, I think I want to do that because I want to see if she can handle her shit and like not do it, or if she's going to do a murder.
Okay, so there's actually a really useful thing for this in the book that is like a graph, or not a graph, a chart of DCs and their difficulty relative to level. Does that make sense? So like, how hard do you want it to be?
I think it would be easy for her to go over the edge, so maybe like 40% hard.
No comment.
Okay. So,
Well.
So what level 5, right? So the like average DC for level 5 is 20. So if you wanted to make it very hard, the DC would be 25. because very hard is +5 to the DC.
Let's make the DC 20.
All right, that would be so. Yeah, 20 would be normal. Hard would be 22. Very hard would be 25.
Let's do normal. Because
cool.
I feel like it would be easy for Moss to kill this person. So
just
what do
to
I
be clear,
roll
if you succeed, you don't kill him. If you fail, you do kill him.
Okay.
You're trying. Willpower is trying to like, control yourself.
Okay.
So
then
you'd
then
be
it is
suppressing
25.
it. Okay,
Okay.
25.
Cool,
Then
cool, cool.
25.
Makes sense.
Okay. So
You're rolling a will save.
Okay. So that would be my fortitude.
It should be on your sheet.
It'd be your will.
Oh, yes, right there. I'm looking right at it.
That's when it's most difficult to find.
Mm-hmm. It certainly is.
Expected it.
I kind of made up my mind for what I also rolled.
Ooh, Moss is gonna do murder.
Great. Yeah, we see Robin like also crackling. Like Robin is like I think only a little bit less visibly angry than Moss, and is only a little bit less surprising to see her like this. But she is able to.
15.
Yeah, I rolled a 17, but Will is like my highest, so I'm good. But yeah, Robin is like able to maintain herself, and I think like even takes a calming breath as whatever happens.
What
Turns
happens
away.
is that Moss has Cloaky. Moss has Cloaky right now, right?
The cloak, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he's within it, and Moss says,
Mhm.
"You know what I have to do," to Cloaky, and she kind of like flourishes him over her shoulder and uses all of the power of his flame ability in her hands, and she stomps over to this sad sack of shite and tilts his head back and takes a fireball in her hand and shoves it in his mouth and then shuts his mouth and just stares at him.
He fights you. He fights at you as you grab his head. He is in fact weakened severely after being beaten and knocked unconscious and being hindered by having his hand cuffed to the piano. And you open his mouth as he's fighting. All of you can hear him scream. Even if you turn, you hear him as this ball of flame enters into his mouth and Moss shuts his mouth. You stop hearing the scream, but you hear the crackling sounds of his flesh burning away until you can just hear the sounds of air escaping through what is now his throat. And it stops. Moss stands over this person. And Moss, you hear Cloaky. You did what you had to do.
It's not like justice is ever done properly unless you do it yourself. I need a moment. And Moss kicks the guy, the dead man's shin once more and spits on him. And then she turns and like wraps herself in Cloaky. She's feeling very vulnerable. And leaves the room and goes outside and sits down like against the wall of the building.
I know what I'm expecting, but Robin is going to roll a medicine check just to make sure that he's for sure gone. That is like really good. For 32.
He's not dead, but he's going to be.
Okay. And Dr. Ravna's still here too, right? Anybody? Doctor,
Dr. Ravna's outside.
It's outside. Okay, so not right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Ravna has not seen this. No one other than the four of you have seen this.
Does he seem conscious and able to receive information?
No, he's unconscious, but like he's fading.
Oh God. See, this is hard because like I mean, Robin was only like half a step further from like doing basically what Moss just did, and now I'm thinking like maybe I can save him, but I don't know that would be better for the world, but also for Moss. Like if she were to, I don't know if it would be worse for her to live with killing this person. or like him surviving through it in whatever state he's in.
Out of character, I think Moss would be really mad at Robin if Robin saved him.
Yeah.
Well, Moss is not in
Yeah.
the room. Moss
No, I know.
still gone
Yeah.
and stepped out.
I know. I'm just saying.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no. If you want, you can roll will save as well.
God,
Let it up to the dice.
No, I think I'm going to attempt to stabilize him. Robin is going to try to not make him any better, but just see if I can stop him from dying.
Are you going to use stabilize, or are you going to use a medicine check?
I'm going to use a medicine check so that there is a roll involved. But yeah, I if we're cool with kind of flavoring it as she is like using magic stabilization, she is doing her normal like stabilize cantrip, but because of the circumstances, she is also having to use medical
sure,
like equipment and techniques. So I'm gonna roll a medicine check through the stabilize cantrip, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And that was a 10, right down the middle. I feel good about that.
Right where my emotions are, right down the middle.
Exactly. So yeah, I am expert in medicine, so that is 23. I feel like if you want to set whatever the DC for that would be.
So you understand that this person is probably going to die, and your main focus is to just sit down and make the pain of it, like the last moments of his life, not painful. And if he survives, it's from sheer will. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
And so you reach down and you pull out some things out of your bag and wrap some gauze around his bleeding throat. And you cast stabilize as he passes out. And he is currently stable, but unless someone sits here and has long-term treatment, he's still going to pass. And you kind of look at him and you're kind of trying to decide what you should do. And you hear a whistle from outside. And you hear Artur, all right, everyone, let's head out.
Yeah, Robin, like, I think has already kind of like started moving over in that direction. Like, once she had the thought, someone would need to sit here by his side to make sure he stays alive. I think that's when she left him. And she just turns to him and says, "You don't deserve half of what I've done for you. But if you can hear me and you go somewhere where you can think and you can change, I guess find me again. I talk to God, so maybe you can talk to me. But I don't have faith in you. I did. I don't." And Robin's going to go find Moss.
Okay. You see Moss off to the side by herself, not wanting to even be near anyone else other than her and Clokey. You can see her off to the side when you walk right outside.
Her head is in her knees. I would say that she's doesn't regret what she did, but that level of brutality is very out of character for her. So she's struggling with her feelings right now.
Yeah, I'm like, Robin's thinking back to very early on in their adventures together when we did that like prison break, and Robin just straight up fried a dude and kind of had to deal with that. And I think Moss also may have done some immolation there too, and we were kind of working through, you know, what it means to not only kill someone but to, you know, brutally kill them, as is kind of the only way with magic. And I think Robin, like, I mean, she has a lot of emotional intelligence. She can tell that maybe Moss would prefer to be alone, but I think she's also hoping that Moss will understand that Robin doesn't want to be without Moss right now. And Robin just goes and like puts her hand on Moss's hand, and I think just starts crying. I don't know if she gets the word out.
Moss starts to cry too and takes Robin's hand and just sits there with Robin crying. That's it. She doesn't say a word.
What's everyone else doing?
Remy's gonna go over and like unhook the manacles from the body, so it's no longer like tethered to the piano. Partly because like that's like just what I'm feeling
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but also partly because, I mean,
You want the manacles back?
I want the manacles.
What's Krug doing?
Krug's. What can I tell that that he's not dead? I'm not making a medicine check for it. I'm just looking at him.
It's a body that is not moving.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna kind of sit there for a while and kind of stare at him, and all right, and then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna go outside to where Moss and
Actually, as soon as you start leaving, Krug, I am gonna grab you.
Oh,
Just for a second.
yeah. I
am under no thought or idea that like us doing this to him is like as bad as what he was doing. There is no thing in my mind that has an equal comparison between the two of us. I don't think it is bad to, I mean, genuinely, I do not think it is bad to kill a person who is bad and who has harmed and killed other people. No qualms here. I am thinking I don't want him to be able to do whatever. I don't even know if he is still alive right now. My wife like bent down and checked on him, said some things, and then walked away. There is something in me though that just like thinks if Robin were to heal him right now, and we were able to keep track of him somehow. I mean, that seems like an exhaustive use of resources, but there would be this thing inside of him that would, I mean, sort of owe his life to a monster for the rest of being alive. I mean, again, no qualms with him just like dying right now. Sincerely. I mean, I feel nothing for this man, but there is something, what is the word? It is like literature, but like the ones that rhyme. The rhyming ones?
Poems?
Poemstry. It is poetic to have the monster save the hunter. But I mean, it is up to them and everything. They seem to have made up their mind and they walk away, but I don't know.
Let me tell you something, and I'm not trying to say I know you better than you know yourself, but I will say that I've rarely been in a situation where somebody tried to justify not having a specific emotion that hard whilst also not having that emotion. Just take a real long look inside and make sure that you actually are okay with what just happened. I'm okay with it in the sense that I think it was Moss's, really Herring's, but Herring doesn't really have power to, as far as I'm aware. So then it falls to Moss to be the one to decide. That doesn't mean that I agree with her decision. In my faith, our ultimate goal is to pursue perfection. And while it will be argued that this individual is about as far from perfection as any individual person can possibly be, the path to perfection is not a straight one. You don't get there, and some people stumble hard and then come back with a glory that can't be fathomed by mortals. Some people stumble a little bit and that leads them to ruin. So are we right? We don't know. The same way that we can't possibly know whether or not this person would have done something good or bad with the rest of their life. The second thing that I want to say is that the main trepidation I have is that now they're dead and now they're a spirit and now they're gonna move on. And I'm just hoping that if I go grab Clokey right now and check, that they're actually gonna have succeeded and that I'm not gonna have to relive that myself. That's all I got. I'm gonna turn around and walk out to where Moss is.
And Remy's just gonna stay there, like kind of looking at the body for a while.
Unless anyone has anything specific that they want to do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna outside with Robin. I'm
Mhm.
assuming you're still kind of crying together, or has that
Yeah.
finished?
I mean, I think even if we have like started talking, there is still like, at least Robin would be in that sort of like not quite not crying, not full crying state, you know, like
Sure.
still in cry mode, maybe ready to get back into it, but I think she might be a little bit more composed after some time passes.
I can honestly
gonna-
tell you that for the first time, probably ever, Moss doesn't have anything to say. Like, she doesn't have
Sure.
anything to say. She feels like she did what she had to do to protect her family, and she doesn't know how to put any of that into words. So she's
Yeah.
just sitting quietly.
Krug's gonna come and it probably can tell that at the very least you've been crying, and kneel down between the two of you, and put a hand on each of your shoulders and just kind of like hold you there for a second, and then is gonna remove his hand from both your shoulders, but taking Clokey off of Moss's back and just saying very quietly, "I'll bring him back."
Wait, though, I need him, Krug.
I understand, but you have to trust me.
I trust you.
And I kind of squeeze her shoulder a little bit, and I pick up Clokey and I walk back into the room with the piano.
So what's up?
Well, I don't know how this works, so you're gonna tell me if there's one more spirit here now, or if there's not one more spirit here now.
I don't see nothing.
I'm gonna kind of do a walk around, like go to each of the rooms, and do like a walk of the perimeter, holding Clokey.
No. What I'm saying is there's no one here. Like there's no spirits here. I mean, none that aren't supposed to be here. None that you're attached to.
Oh, all right. I thought you had to see. I don't really know. I don't. All right.
Look, you've got all these little dots that are attached to you, like string, right? To each one of these spirits that are attached to you. When they're close, the string is less of a string and more of a rope, right? And so when they're close by, I can see them, or at least I can tell that they're close by seeing how strong the connection is between you. The further
Gotcha.
away they are, the weaker it is. It becomes more like a sewing needle thread versus becoming like a rope, or like when they're nearby, they're like big giant ship ropes, you know, like the big, huge ones.
It's interesting. I wouldn't have taken you for somebody who knows how to sew. And I walk Clokey back to Moss, and I kind of like.
Literally made out of human flesh, but that's a different story.
Krug kind of gags a little bit, but puts Clokey
know that
like.
it's not human flesh, though. Like you can tell that he's trying to make a joke.
Yeah. If I didn't think that was a joke, we'd have serious problems. Wraps Clokey around Moss's shoulders, kind of like a blanket, like really tight, and kind of trying to be like, look, your comfort blanket is back here. Right? Nothing happened. And then
My security blanket.
I stand up and walk over to Arturo and just kind of stand there and wait.
Hey, Moss. Do you know why Krug just had me go around looking for spirits?
No, I'm sorry. I can't really think about much like that right now. Do you have an answer for me, or is this an actual question?
No, this is an actual question.
I think that he's struggling with this whole divine responsibility thing.
Aha. Gotcha. I think you should get up and we should head out. I think the longer you stay here, the worse it's going to be.
I think you're right. I think that I have made enough of a fool of myself with these tears, and I'm better than this. And
Moss, shut the hell up. Cry if you need to cry. That's not how this works. All right?
No, that monster does not deserve my tears, honestly.
You're not crying for him. You're crying for yourself.
Robin can hear Moss's half of the conversation, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Robin, like almost like at the same time as Clokey's saying "shut the hell up," Robin is like, "No, Moss, crying is you're not too good to cry. Actually, you're good enough to cry. It's a strong thing. comes from strength.
Look, Robin may have said it nicer, but it's true. You don't. Don't cry. You cry. Cry all you need to cry.
Moss takes Clokey and buries her face in him in like both like almost like a cat-like display of affection, but also to wipe her face off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like sort of like a head nudge, but also a tear cloth.
Moss, if I can, I know we're going through different versions of similar things. I think right now, maybe you're a little heavier into the moment than I am, being the one who sort of carried that out. But I want us both to remember that we, at least as a unit, we did try with him, and maybe it's not too late for him, but I think we did what we can. You know, with any luck, he'll be going to the gods, and you know, maybe he can learn a lesson. I think it's out of our hands, Moss. We need to process what we need to for us, but don't spare any more thoughts for him if you can help it.
At this point, Robin, I'm just so exhausted by these zealots who just... Their entire goal in life is to hurt those weaker than them, and I, for one, am just at my wit's end.
I know what you mean. I don't know. It's hard, right? I mean, I abandoned civilization for what it does to people, things like this. And I don't know, meeting all of you and building these bonds, I was starting to think that maybe there's more of a chance for people than I thought. I don't know, that's shaken a little bit. I think we might be an exception. I don't know.
Well, we have all been given divine purpose, and I suppose we would be foolish not to follow it. And not that any of these people, most of them that we've met, deserve us to save them, but I suppose that's what we've been burdened with. But I would rather not give it any more thought. And she's saying this all into Clokey, and when she pulls her face out of Clokey, she's back to the very like animated looking Moss. Like her mask is back on. And I shall give it no more thought. Herring is all right. We are all right. It's just another casualty in the path that we are walking. Now what? Let's go. She stands up and stalks off.
Yeah, move forward, yeah. Robin doesn't get up off of the bushes yet.
What's Remy doing?
Is there any way to like force my fangs to grow?
Remember to like
Are you like trying to have fangs just to have them? Like what? Tell me your reasoning behind them.
I'm gonna bite the dude.
Oh,
just do it.
Have
You
we?
can do it, yeah.
I don't think this should change what Remy's going to do. Have we been told? I feel like we've been told that we can't turn people. Is that right?
Probably.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Remy, you could just do it.
Okay. Yeah, I get down there and I'm like, I don't know if you're alive, but
Remy, as you get close, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And as you open your mouth to bite, you can feel your already sharp teeth, right? You already have these row of perfectly aligned sharp teeth, but you can feel what would be considered your canines to slightly extend as you've opened your mouth, and the scent of blood is right there, and you dig right into, and your mouth is pretty large, so it's not just his neck, but into his shoulder as well. Are you attempting to feed, or are you just attempting to bite?
I'm just gonna bite, but I did critically fail my last like blood check thing, so who knows?
Yeah, so you bite into him and you get the taste of blood in your mouth. Now you've accidentally gotten blood in your mouth in the past, or you've cut yourself and you've sucked on your finger, and so you know the familiar taste of blood, and it's there. But instead of this like copper tasting fluid, you get this warm, just wonderful warm liquid in your mouth. Like it has no distinct flavor. It's not a fruit. It doesn't match a fruit or a beer of any sort or anything like that. It's just this. And that's when it clicks. It goes back to maybe when you were a child and when Remy would not be able to sleep and someone would make a nice glass of warm milk for Remy to fall asleep. That's what it tastes like.
And I pull my teeth off out of the, not off, but out of
Is that a John Travolta movie?
out of my teeth off. Yeah. Yeah. And I look down and I'm like, well, either I for sure killed you or I turned you into a vampire. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it works. But either way, that's some poetic justicing, you know? Either you are saved by the monster or you become the monster that you fear so much. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, that's out for the count. Bye-bye now. And then like little like crossbow gun fingers. Like, and then Remy's going to like just leave the room.
So Remy, as you leave the room, roll me a perception check.
Okay. All right. I love the juxtaposition of how everyone else is taking this and how Remy is. Oh God. I'll get out of
I
here.
feel like you searched that in character as Remy.
Oh!
I want to rolling dice.
Yeah. Usually I type roll dice.
Mhm.
I typed rolling dice into this and it did not bring me where I wanted it to bring me. Yeah, so that's going to be 27 for my perception.
Remy, right before you walk out, you catch out your reflection in some glass and you realize that you have like blood like dripping down your face a little bit. And you're like, maybe I should clean this up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then it's just like wiping it into my own mouth. Like
Yeah.
I'm just be like, gotta get like almost like it's like when you have sauce on your and everything and you just go for it. And like halfway through doing that, Remy's like, oh, I'm eating blood right now. You should probably get the rag or like a cloth. Well, there's nothing nearby. And then like keeps doing it until it's all gone. And I roll a really high perception, so it's all gone, everyone.
It is. You walk out and you can see that Robin is still sitting on the floor, but everyone else has gotten to their respective caravans and are waiting on the two of you.
Hello.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I think Robin gets up right when she sees Remy. Hey, Remy.
Hey, that was very strong. You know, some good things happened. I hope you all feel okay about it. I feel pretty good, personally, about the whole situation. I know that was probably hard. It seems like a big moral dilemma, but I mean, if you think about it,
I don't have any doubt that we did the right thing, Remy. That's not what's hard about it. What's hard is that we did the right thing, and that's what it was.
Oh, sure.
You know, I don't know. He had this energy that could have been put towards good. I mean, all of these people that were here tonight, the most frustrating, sad part is that they didn't have to do what they're doing. They made choices that brought them here, and I don't know that. I wish my power was not to punish bad choices, but to encourage good ones. You know.
I feel like your power is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is not your magical power, but it is the power of your personality, which I think is more powerful than your magic.
Well, babe, if I appreciate that. If you are indicative of the effect of my powers to make people make good decisions, I have to hone that skill a bit, but I think you may be right.
I mean, yeah. If anything, I think I have a very strong power of making people make bad decisions.
Yeah.
And that is hard to combat.
Yeah. Well,
Also, I totally bit that dude. Don't tell anyone.
Wait, hold on, babe. She like steps a little bit closer to like the door. You bit like turned or like drank? Did you drink him?
No, I was trying to do the turn. I mean, I can't remember if we can do
I
that.
don't think we
but
can do that.
You
I feel
oh,
like
we
I
literally
asked.
can't?
I don't think we can.
You asked that question.
I think I asked.
Oh, I must have been zoning out trying to glide. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
probably. No, it's okay. I mean, look, hey, here's the thing.
So I can't turn
Even if we've been
people.
told I don't know that that's true. I mean, we might not be able to. I believe we've been told we can't, but look, we do all sorts of things we're not supposed to be able to do, right?
Oh, sure. Like become vampires.
Yeah. I think, babe, obviously it's not in your nature, but don't go around biting people who don't want it,
Sure.
but it wouldn't hurt to test it, maybe some people want to be turned. We want it to be turned. It could happen.
Also, I might not keep this from people, but the blood kind of tastes good.
I don't want to know that.
It does, though.
I believe you. I believe you. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that.
If
I don't
you
want that
find
thought
yourself
in my
in
head.
a position to drink blood, I mean, don't go out of your way to do it, but
no, it's nasty, babe. I can't.
it's not
I can't.
nasty.
No, it's so bad.
just,
It's no. Robin is like actually. This has kind of gotten her back into a little bit more of a
just
normal
the
mood,
way
and
we
she's
are
like walking
now.
back towards the caravan.
We are vampires.
Can I roll a perception or maybe medicine if there's like insight to see if Bruno and Tanya have been
Resurrected.
Yeah, they have been resurrected,
Cool.
and their bodies have been drug into one of the caravans, while the clerics are back to being alive, but they are basically passed out.
Cool.
Out on the front lawn, and
Are Bruno and Tanya also unconscious still?
Yes, yes. Cool. It takes a lot out of you, so they won't be brought back. Yeah.
Cool. I think if these caravans are all going to the same place, Robin would want to probably like sit near Bruno and Tanya for a bit and just like check in on their vitals. But if that's not where the rest of the party and especially Moss is, she would hop over to that caravan on the move.
I imagine Moss is going to be in her
caravan. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna just start the trip with them for like 10 minutes or so. Try to help with their vitals, and then literally I'll like climb over on the road.
Remy's gonna take one last look at the big mansion, pull out their pipe. Another mystery solved by the great Count Detective Ashwilo. And then they're going to go over to the unconscious cleric bodies and use mud to draw dicks on all their faces.
Oh, yeah. Is everyone abandoning the mansion? Like when we leave, yes. No one is here who is coming back? Then
when they started the resurrection spell, most of the people at the party itself left.
Right.
Like literally, you're the last two that have not gotten to a caravan.
Is Dr. Ravna nearby?
Dr. Ravna is in the caravan with
Tanya and Bruno.
Yep.
Doctor, I think we're about ready to leave. There is a mostly dead hunter in your piano room. That I just thinking ahead, that might not be a good indication for people who already want to hunt you. Maybe it won't make things worse. Maybe it can't. But I figure you should know, and maybe we want to, not have people come storm the castle and find a dead hunter in the middle of your room.
We have to leave. We have to move. We're not staying here. This is no longer my home. We are going to be leaving. Whether they find this home or not, they're after me. So whether there's a dead hunter or 10, it's not going to matter.
Okay. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I just hate this whole situation, Doctor. That's all.
As do I. And I do think it is of the greatest importance that we leave and another group of clerics don't come and attack us. That would be
cool. Okay. Well, here's hoping we didn't make things too much worse. Yip, everyone.
Are you gonna stay with Dr. Abner?
For like 10 minutes, yeah. Basically, like the first 10 minutes on the road just to check in on Bruno and Tanya, and then I'm gonna climb out and jump off of a moving caravan onto another. Yeah.
Sure. And you can make sure that the party's caravan is like one behind, because there's going to be a series of them, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of different people that are going to be traveling, as well as as well as like their stuff has been packed up, or at least a large portion of it. So there's going to be quite a few of the caravans.
Cool.
So it's night. It's actually getting to being pretty early. Yes.
I'm so sorry to derail your perfect transition. I do want to say I did a crafting check for how good the drawings of the decks are.
Oh.
It was a 10 total. They're all horses.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a horse.
They're all horses. And also I do not want to get too far away from Laura saying clear dicks. Clerics? Clear dicks. I thought that was very
Great.
funny. Okay, sorry. That's all.
So it's late. It's really late. Like it's getting to being close to like 4 or 5 a.m., which is usually the time that, all of you wake up, right? So all of you are pretty tired. If you would like to continue to stay up, you can, but it will put some penalties on you for the day. But
I think Robin, once she rejoins the Moss Caravan, is pretty insistent on driving through the night and letting Herring chill.
Okay.
So Robin is going to stay up later than she should.
Krug, where? Oh yeah, go for it.
Moss is asleep, like cradling Clokey in the fetal position.
Krug, where are you?
I'm gonna be with Arturo. If I can.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Remy, I assume you're going to also be with Moss and Robin?
Yeah, I would totally do that.
So, Moss, you fall asleep pretty easily, right? This is an emotionally and physically draining day. And you fall asleep on the road, something you've done many times. And you wake up to a knock at the back of the caravan.
But isn't it moving?
It is moving.
Um,
And there's bright light pouring from underneath the door.
Moss rolls out of her bunk, ungracefully, and with one hand clutching Clokey with very bleary eyes.
You reach over to grab Clokey and you grab a blanket as Clokey is not there.
I do not realize this as I am still half asleep. I am dragging a blanket thinking it's Clokey. I pull the Clokey blanket to the door and I creak it open and peer through a crack.
As you peer through the door to look out, you see fire and brimstone, and you can see jagged lava rock all around. And as you peek a little bit further, you can see down a hallway a throne. And there you see Asmodeus sitting.
Well, this wakes Moss up, and she looks over to her hand where she thinks she's grasping Clokey, sees that it's a blanket, throws it aside in disgust. She wipes the sleep out of her eyes very quickly, slaps her cheeks to put some color in them, and runs her fingers through her hair, tries to straighten her clothes, and goes into performance mode. Puts her shoulders back, straightens her spine, throws the door open, and walks out with complete confidence towards the throne.
As you get closer to the throne, you see that Asmodeus has his feet out on a what looks to be a person on all fours.
Kinky. Sorry. Do I recognize the person?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Please let it be Wilbur Way. Please let it be Wilbur Way.
That is the 23.
It's the hunter you just killed.
Oh, Darren called it.
There is a feeling in Moss that I don't think she's very used to. It's like a very wicked delight. She's very sadistically pleased by this development. And she makes her way over there and looks down at the hunter and looks up at Asmodeus, and there's some wickedness in her eyes, and she says, "Well, I see you got my tribute."
Well, sort of. Your friend had to finish off the job that you refused to do.
I put a fireball down his throat.
Yes, and I thought that was beautiful. But you could have done so much more, my child, so much more. You could have made this your little pet and made him do whatever you wanted. But I'll take this as a secondary reward for what you could have used him for.
I'm still new to this, Asmodeus. Before this, I was just bringing joy and song to people, not murder.
Yes. Well, you can see that he is getting great use now. And he, like, Asmodeus, like, kicks his foot down into, like, his lower back. And he looks up, and you can see that his mouth has been sewn shut, and his eyes have been sewn shut. And he goes, the funny thing is that he signed a contract.
What does his contract say? And as Moss asks this, she squats down and looks at him, like, in the eyes. And this is because she's not around anyone that can judge her, and in a way, she's not performing right now. Not really. She's actually probably the truest form of herself, and she has this, like, very excited tingle inside of her, knowing that she's actually not remorseful seeing this happen.
Mm-hmm. Asmodeus goes, well, I do not like to discuss contracts with other people, but he wanted to kill the people that killed his father and his mother, and, well, he got to do that. He got to do that a long time ago. And, well, you got to finish the contract by bringing him here.
So this was all part of your plan? You would put him in my path, and I would destroy him for you?
Oh, you think that this is more than just chaos unwinding upon itself. It is not. While I do have a grand plan for things, something as trivial as this is not one of those things. Come here. Come stand by my side.
Moss, with just, like, the ultimate grace and poise, steps, like, grabs Asmodeus's hand, even if it's not offered to her, and steps upon the dais that his throne is upon, and stands straight up beside him.
He takes his hand and he dips his thumb in his drink, and you can see a black, like, almost blood-like liquid on his thumb, and he reaches over to the side of you and, like, draws a single line down your forehead and says,
Simba.
That's this way. That's this way. Go straight down. And he goes, I would like to change our contract.
Oh?
Yes. I no longer need you to kill these demons. I want you to find your sister instead.
Well, I was already doing that, but no more demons. Where's the sport in that?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you that you can't, but my need for your sister is more important.
More important than your need for me? I have found out some things.
Oh.
And Moss fixes him with a very direct stare and says, great, great, great times a million, grandfather.
He goes, so you know what she looks like and where she is then?
I do.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know where she is, roughly, but I do know what she looks like.
Oh.
I do know that I'm much more beautiful than she is.
Well, here's the thing. And as much as you wish for things to be one way, she is the eldest, which means that she technically has the rightful spot for the throne, not you.
Well, no, that cannot be right. I am the one who's doing things for you. What has she done for you, Asmodeus?
She was lucky enough to be born before you.
What if she ceases to exist somehow?
Then she will be here quicker than anticipated.
But it wouldn't make me the rightful heir to the throne. I mean,
no, that would bring her here sooner. You forget that no matter what you do in your life, no matter how good you are or how wonderful things may be, you're going to end up here with me. That is something only those privileged to being a part of our bloodline get. And well, your sister, for some reason, I can't see her. I can't find her, but I know she is out there. And I want her.
what if I can't find her?
Well, then I guess you will also not receive the throne.
So in order to receive the throne, I have to find her? For her to take the throne, this makes zero sense.
She is the rightful owner of the throne. And then, if something were to happen mischievously, once she has taken over the throne, then it's possible for someone like you to receive it. But until then...
I see. I mean, not that I would do anything, but it's good to know.
So, do we have a deal? Will you find your sister and bring her here to me?
Yes.
He snaps his fingers and you lose complete control over your own body. Your head pulls back as if someone had grasped at your hair and ripped it back, and your eyes flutter and fill with black as you stand there uncontrollably with your arms out, and there your vision goes completely black. But in a distance, you see a shape of a person. You have this want to move forward, and as you move closer and closer, you see that it is your sister. She stands there, thin, blue. Her hair is short and black, while her horns are tight and wrapped into a circle on the top of her head. She looks away and she holds a gold goblet. But the weird thing is that you see that she has multiple arms, but they're kind of hazy. They're there, but they're not. And she stands there only wrapped in a cloth. And as you move closer to her, you can see that in this golden chalice, an eyeball pops up and floats at the top of this chalice. And you can see that it is just visceral inside of this chalice. And she reaches out and she hands it to you.
Moss takes it, but does not drink.
And you look down, and as you see more things start to pop up, you can see... Roll me a perception.
21.
You recognize the eyes that are in here. These are the eyes of Krug, Robin, and Remy.
Moss spills the glass everywhere very violently.
As you spill the glass, the blood and visceral in it spreads out onto this floor, it being the only color, this crimson red, as it reaches out, and there you see, at the very tips of where the blood touch, you see Krug, Robin, and Remy's body laying there lifeless with their eyes plucked from their heads. And she looks down at you and leans in and goes, shh. And you snap back and you wake up to the caravan moving around. You're in a cold sweat. And all you hear is, Moss?
Moss turns over and starts screaming into her pillow.
And whoever's on the caravan on
Mhm.
the caravan can roll a perception and to hear this.
Yeah, I will do that. Am I exhausted yet?
Oh yeah, 100%.
What is that? How does that mechanically come into play? It's like a
I believe
-1.
You're,
per
I believe
stack or
you're
something?
yeah. At this point, I would say you're probably drained too.
Okay. Then that is 22.
Yeah, you definitely hear it. It's a low ass DC.
Robin stops the caravan and calls out, calls out with the whistle they had agreed on earlier for the other caravans to know to stop as well.
And slowly you see the caravans stopping one at a time. Moss, you feel the caravan jerk to a stop as well.
Moss sits up and says, no, it's fine. Carry on. I had a bad dream. I dreamt that no one knew who I was.
Roll a deception. Roll
Yeah.
anyone else that wants to can roll a perception. She's lying.
If I was asleep, do I have a negative to like the person?
Are you in the caravan with her, or were you sleeping on top?
I would be in the caravan with her.
You woke up. This woke
Okay.
you up. This was
Cool.
not
So then I will
32
roll.
deception.
Nice. 27. So you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did not. I can't get a 32 perception.
You could technically roll a nat 20, but that's about it.
Drained, right? I'm drained. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, even with a nat 20, I get to 28.
Yes,
So-
but it's considered to go up a level.
Sure.
Yeah, you all just assume that Moss is telling the truth, though.
Yeah, you say, I was like, oh yes, that makes sense. That would be terrifying for you, and only you. Good night. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, 29 actually, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Drain doesn't affect perception. It's just fortitude.
Mm-hmm.
She says this, and after everyone settles back in, she turns and she like pulls Clokey to her mouth and whispers, "Clokey, I think I just made a mistake."
What's that?
And she, in the most hushed tones, explains to him what just happened.
I'm not really sure what that means. Like, that's a lot. There's a lot there. Man, right when I was starting to get to like them, now you gotta kill them. This is rough. Wait, do you need to kill them, or was he saying that your sister's gonna kill them? Or
I mean, either one. I'm not okay with either one. So what if I just don't find her? What if I pretend to find her and then just never find her?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Moss. I don't think you're the only one that's looking for her.
Oh God.
Here's the thing. I understand what you want to do, and I can't tell you how to do it. But if you don't find her and someone else finds her, that means you're going to be null and void on the contract, which means that you basically owe him and you don't want to owe him. And then that's worse, right? But if you find her, right, and you don't turn her in, then technically, he doesn't know where she is, right?
Yes.
So if you find her and keep her a secret, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. That still seems kind of rough.
I don't know what to do. I can't let them die. I can't. And
Yeah, especially when I was starting to like them. Like they're less 1, 2, and 3, and more like 1 and 2. Like they're like
yes, Cokey, because your feelings are all that matter.
Yeah, I thought we figured that one out a while ago, but okay, yeah. Yeah, that's question. Speaking of being selfish, he didn't mention me, did he? Because I'm supposed to be with you, and since like you went there and I wasn't there, that might raise some red flags. Did he say?
No, I was actually going to ask him about you, but it was all very sudden. I wanted to see because you said there might be like a severing of ties or whatever. No, but you weren't there. I mean, you would have known if you were there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're still left in the dark. God, he is such a son of a. All right. I still think you need to get some sleep. Try getting some shut eye. Tell Rob. Nah, that's not gonna work. And I can't even see Krug. All right. Well, this sucks. I'll just watch over you. How's that sound?
Well, I do certainly feel safer. Thank you.
Hey, Moss, are you awake?
Yes, that dream was very disturbing to me. What's happening, Remy?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, all right. Do you need something?
Oh no, I just after your scream of your nightmare, I just laying here awake, having a little trouble going back to sleep. Just want to see if you were also awake.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for that scream. I'm going to sleep now. You should try to sleep too.
Oh yeah, okay, Moss.
Okay, good night, Remy.
Good night, Moss. Hey, Moss. Sorry.
Remy.
Are you awake still?
Yeah, obviously, yes.
Okay.
Is there something you want to talk about?
No, I was just checking.
Okay. Good
night, Moss.
Remy. Good night, Remy.
Hey, Moss.
Remy.
Good night.
Good night, Remy.
Sleep tight.
I will. You too, Remy. Good night.
Okay. Oh, pretty tired.
Remy?
Krug, roll me a perception check.
I will roll you a perception check. Unnatural 20.
Where are you? Are you going to be on top of the caravan? Are you going to be in with Arturo? What's your plan?
No, I'm basically trying to like. This is gonna sound more suspicious than it is, but I'm just watching Arturo.
Sure.
Not like I think he's gonna do something. I'm just like trying to get an idea of what his mannerisms are and like.
Yeah, we've never seen him in downtime, really.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I'm learning everything I can learn about Arturo.
So Krug, about 15 minutes into the ride, Arturo hops on one of the horses that's attached to the caravan and separates and moves ahead.
Oh, I see. If I see Arturo leaving, I'm gonna get up and say, "Hey, can I come with you?"
Sure. And he like waves you on to the horse. You're gonna have to sit and hold him just as a heads up.
Oh, that's fine. Krug doesn't care.
Yeah, no. I'm just letting you know that's like he's on.
Yeah. I'm not getting my own horse. I'm a passenger, which is fine.
The other horse away, then the caravan wouldn't move.
That's fine. No. The caravan can stay. It's great.
Yeah. So Krug and Arturo specifically goes ahead and is like keeping ahead of pace and keeping an eye out. And is like, you see him stop. He hops out every once in a while, looks around, gets back on the horse and rides a little bit further once he knows that the caravan's like within sight. And he basically keeps, you can tell that what he's doing is he's, the downtime activity is basically he's scouting ahead.
Sure.
But he's silent. He's not speaking unless you say something to him.
Yeah. Why are we doing this? Are you afraid of something specific, or is this just being thorough?
Well, while you have been out here at this evening, at this party, we have been attacked multiple times by scarecrows. And there's now a group of clerics of Pharasma who is trying to kill the person that is in in this caravan. And we may or may not also have a skull pieces at the moment that belong to that group's deity.
We do have those things. That's true. Fair point. All of that. Remember when you interrupted me meditating that one time?
Yes.
We haven't talked about that since then, have we?
No.
I don't know if I told you recently, but and I'm going to explain to him everything about my hand wraps and what the new stuff that the hand wraps do, and all of the things I don't understand about it. And I just kind of like go on at length. And then I get to a point where I'm like, I kind of start like nerding out over it a little bit, like, oh, it's like this, but I don't know how this works, and blah blah blah. And at a certain point, I stop talking mechanically, and I say, but when it happens, I relive the life, and that raises a lot of questions, right? I mean, is it a violation of their privacy for me to do that? Like, who am I to say that I deserve that knowledge? And that's one of hundreds of questions that I have. But I also did answer some questions for me. And that is that one of them is that you and I are too valuable to not be okay. Does that make sense? Even from a strictly what we can do for the world, we can't let anything come between us that makes us less cooperative than we should be. And I'm not saying that you're not a professional and that you wouldn't you'd let something like a disagreement on how I handled the situation get in the way of saving people's lives. But I just want to let you know, Arturo, that I regret everything I said to you back then, and the way I said it, and the way I went about it. And I respect your opinion, and I respect your leadership. And if you need me to behave in a different way, you say so, and I will.
Krug, as time has progressed, and now even more so of what you've just told me, which I will say is a little bit worrisome, I realize that you and I are a lot more alike than I originally thought. Have I ever told you how I lost my hand?
I don't think so.
I had a gauntlet that I used to wear, and it had a very special power. Very similar to what you've just explained to me about touching people's souls and then attaching to yourself. I had something similar with my gauntlet. And it grew in power the stronger and the more souls that it, the lack of a better word, captured. But I let that power grow. I not overused it. That's not the correct word. I continued to gather strength within it so that I could be stronger, so that I could defeat my foes. And I did. I defeated them. But that power was so overwhelming that the gauntlet itself exploded. And I lost my arm that way. I lost my hand and part of my arm. You need to be careful about how souls work. It is a magic that not many people understand, and those that do understand how it works are usually not the most kind people. They usually want to control them more than they want to release them. you will need to release the souls that you have in your wrist, in your in your hand wraps.
Thank you for not saying hand papers.
If you allow the power to grow too much, it is possible that something bad can happen to you as well.
Do you know anything about Aurori? Like at all?
Yes.
Do you know? Are you familiar with Aurori's edicts?
Yes.
First of all, I don't know what, if any, power these things grant me. But even if they give me ultimate power, and Krug kind of like rubs his chest where the thing is, that's not the kind of perfection that I'm after. I don't want, even if, again, it brings me closer to a goal. It's not really, it's not the same as doing it yourself. It's a cheat. It's a, not implying that magic is cheating, but it's taking someone else's power, someone else's soul, the perfection that they worked to attain, and claiming it as my own because I have this ability that I didn't even earn. It was just bestowed upon me. That's not who I am. And look, if it turns out that I have these souls that I'm carrying somehow enhance what I am, that's something that I will use. But it's definitely not something that's going to prevent me from releasing them. They deserve to come to the end of their journey, just like I will come to the end of my journey one day. I will never stand in someone's way like that. And again, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to call you out.
No.
I get the temptation.
I know it. Krug, roll me a knowledge religion.
Sure.
Was that Arturo?
And don't forget to add your hand wrap bonus.
Yep. Roll your hand for each soul that you currently have. You have a +1 for each soul that is in your wrap.
That's a lot.
Well, it's 3.
It's 3, right?
It's 3, Krug.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's more than increasing your training rank.
Yeah.
31.
31. This is a critical success, Krug. Congratulations on having a critical success knowledge religion.
Well, Krug and people whose names we don't know, but
as you start to think about the hand wraps and Aurori, and you think about the gauntlet and the fact that Arturo was capturing souls, and you start to think about it, and you realize that Arturo probably also had a divine item just like you all did. And that gauntlet was that divine item. You like, without physically seeing it, there's a few different gods that it could be. So without physically seeing it or understanding what it looks like or anything like that, but you have an idea behind it that this is more than likely a divine object. And the fact is that it got destroyed, and it only destroyed Arturo's hand is a lot. And that kind of hits you, and you realize that he's right. You all have very similar, specifically you have very similar paths in your lives. Maybe not because he's not a monk, you know that for sure. But you know that you realize that there's a lot going on there.
I would like to kind of like I'm just kind of like awkwardly staring at his hand, like debating whether or not I should bring it up, and then I kind of decide not to. And so are we okay? Could you possibly forgive me?
Krug, we were never not okay. That's not how I work. And I get that I don't work necessarily the same way the others. I care about all of you, and I want you all to be safe. Right? And because I want you all to be safe means that sometimes my emotions take control and I get upset.
Hey, are you sure you're not a monk?
Yes, I am absolutely sure I'm not a monk. Trust me, I have stabbed a little too many people in the back to become a monk, but that's a completely different story.
Fair
Let's
enough.
just make sure that this caravan gets out safe. Huh?
Yeah.
How's that?
I'm with you. Let's do it.
And that's actually where we're going to take our break. No cliffhanger, just a break. So we'll see you all in a few minutes. We will be right back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I would like to congratulate Murphy Pop one more time for getting that. I think this is a well, especially since I know that all week she has been doing a film festival, and so she's probably beat to hell from doing all of that. So that's super awesome. Congratulations on winning that.
Yeah.
Yeah, super awesome, super awesome. All right, let's move on with our story. Krug, you and him are riding along after you've had your conversation, and Arturo slows the horse down, and he goes, "Something's not right."
Perception check.
Yep, roll it.
Yeah, I assume that I would also want to roll a perception check if I'm seeing the caravan in front of me slowing down.
No, it's not slowed down. Krug and him are on horseback ahead of the caravan.
Yeah. Okay.
They're doing what is called oh gosh, scout ahead.
Scouting ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scouting ahead, yeah.
22.
With your 22, you look around and you don't see anything out of the norm until Arturo goes, "There's no wildlife." And you then start to focus in a little bit more on that, and you realize there's no birds chirping. There's no rustling in the trees of animals. Arturo's right. There are no animals.
I'm going to... How far back is the actual caravan?
You've just got out of eyesight of it.
Okay, well, fuck. What do you think? We make a break back for the caravan and see if Robin knows anything, or do we dismount here and see what we can do about it ourselves?
Arturo dismounts and he says, "Go back and get them. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye out."
Arturo, that is genuinely one of the stupidest things I've ever heard you say.
Maybe 5 feet away from the horse and disappears.
I was going to say, as I am saying that, I am turning my horse around.
Yeah, like literally he hops off and like steps like 5 feet into the trees and literally just like
It's still stupid as hell. as I ride back. And I'm like, I don't know if you want me to roll like I know there's a riding
yes.
activity you can take if you want, but I'm trying to go, you know?
If you're trying to book it, then yes, absolutely.
What is it?
Is it nature?
What is it
To control the
no
animal?
idea. I've never even thought about it. I've never thought I'd be on an actual mount.
See, I have, but it's been since like the beginning of the campaign because I have a dog mount, but I totally have forgotten. I think I also have the ride feat, so that's probably why it's different for me. But
it's command an animal, which is a nature check against the animal's will DC. I got a 19. And I don't know this off the top of my head. One of the skills that I never thought that I would use because, you know, we have a druid. 4. Okay. 23.
Yeah, you book it back. And even though Jonas, you all are maybe like 2 or 3 caravans back, you can see Krug running full speed down the trail. Like he like cuts around a corner and you can see him running full speed. Not running, sorry, riding the horse.
Riding.
Galloping, I think.
Has Herring been riding up in the front with me? I was kind of assuming, like, since he usually
Herring slept a little bit and then hopped up with me.
Cool. Herring, do you mind taking the reins for a moment? I think something is going to happen, and I think I'm going to go do... Yeah. Okay, just, if I yell, can you make sure that Mawson and Remy wake up? Just if I scream. You know my scream, right?
Ah!
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you, Herring. Thank you. And Robin gives Herring a big hug, and then I want to get to Krug as fast as I can, which might mean hopping across the caravans in front of me and stuff.
Yeah, so you're going to roll a little bit of athletics. You're going to be able to successfully make those jumps. It's whether or not while you're riding, you're going to also be able to land and keep your balance.
Right.
So roll me 2 athletics.
Cool. And I wanted the ability my cloak has to give me a big jump distance. Is that it resets every day, right?
Yeah, so you can use it once every. It has a 10-minute cooldown, basically.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to use that because it has been at least 10 minutes since I used it before.
Oh, yeah. I assumed you were, and
cool.
and I didn't mean athletics. I meant acrobatics for your balance.
Oh, sick! Because that one I'm actually good at. Cool. That is going to be 25. Total.
Yeah, you activate your cloak and you feel like you barely put any effort into jumping, and you jump up and forward, which is wild because the horses are also moving forward.
Right. I'm propelling myself ahead of it.
Yeah, you land on the next caravan and you're able to keep running, and you jump over 2 of them. Roll me your second acrobatics check.
Acrobatics part 2, and I would like to ultimately land on Krug's horse if it seems like it could support my 70 pounds. I think
they're still
yeah.
You can see them, but they're maybe
yeah.
Way. There's no way you're going to be able to jump from the front caravan.
No. I'm talking ultimately once he gets in range.
Oh, sure.
That is slightly less good. That is 21.
Yeah, you hop from the top of caravan, just boing, 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 all the way to the front caravan, and you can see that the driver is already starting to slow down as he sees Krug running full speed by himself when he originally saw Arturo and him both running out. Mm-hmm. He's smart enough to know that something's wrong. And he's starting to slow the horse down, and as he's doing that, you can see that he's reaching for a crossbow. As you land, and he points it at you and goes, "Oh,
it's okay. Sorry, I know. I know. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry."
It's fine.
Krug sees this from a distance and starts busting up laughing as he's riding.
The horse starts to slow down, and he whistles out very similar to the whistle you had originally done, and all the other caravans start to slow down, and you can easily see that they're starting to pull weapons out, swords, crossbows. There's a few casters within the group, and they're preparing themselves, looking around.
Krug, what's going on?
As I get up to them, I kind of turn the horse so I'm perpendicular to them, and and I say, genuinely, I wish I could explain. You feel anything funny?
I don't know. Let me. I would like to. I guess perception off the bat.
Sure.
Just to see if I feel anything funny and kind of look around in the world, see if I notice anything. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna use a hero point. I rolled a 10, but I have a 50% chance of doing better. So. Nice. That's a 19 plus nature, which I believe is 13. Hold on.
Aren't you doing a perception check?
Oh, perception, yeah, which I know is 13. So 32.
You look around and you do not hear. You very distinctly do not hear the sound of animals.
Yeah. There's no wildlife. There should be here. I don't know why.
Got the same. Yeah. So. That's the situation. I don't know anything past that. We got to figure out what to do with the caravans. We got to figure out.
Okay.
Arturo stayed behind. I mean, suffice it to say, I have no idea what Arturo did, but I think Arturo's going to be fine for at least a little bit. We have to figure out what to do with these caravans and how to get back.
Krug, you can feel the kissy box starting to go off in your back pocket.
I want to
grab it.
As Krug was talking during that, and I think I missed what was about to happen because Robin, once she notices the animals are gone and stuff, she's like, Krug, get the others. And Robin's going to jump into the woods, and I would like to also disappear, just like Arturo did.
All right, roll a stealth.
That is not bad. That is 22.
Krug, what's your passive perception?
19, damn. Wait, is that right? Maybe that was last level. Hold up. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna be so mad if it vanished.
Krug's like
21.
Krug's like, why can everyone do this but me?
Yeah, and I just like there's like urgency, but Krug like gives himself a second to just be like, the fuck. Okay, and then he runs off to find Remy and Moss.
Well, Krug, you feel the kissy box.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna answer that call.
You can hear a very hushed tone going, all right, Krug, you need to tell them that we need to find a different route. Tell them to back up. I'm going to slowly make it back to you guys, but we can't go this route.
Can I warfare lore the caravan guy who pulled out the crossbow? I want to see if he's good under pressure.
Sure.
Is this technically like it's lore? So do you get your +3 from your hand wraps?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I like how the sort of conceit there is that all three of these ghosts know something helpful for every single check. Like there's something in their life, which is cool.
It's 3 lives. I mean, like at that point, yeah.
I mean, I don't think I could help you with
probably.
warfare lore.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, yeah, but the specific request of are they good under pressure? Probably.
Sure.
27.
A 27. You look at him and you can see that he has been driving for a while, and driving is not a safe job, and he's going to be able to handle it. I mean, he managed to not shoot Robin, right? someone with less willpower than him would have either just dropped the gun or would have just fired it as soon as they saw movement, right?
I dig it. I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder and say, "We need to turn around. We need to go in the opposite direction as quickly as possible." Do you think you can coordinate that with these people?
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna run and try and find Moss and Robin. And as I'm running, I'm talking into the kissy box and saying, "The caravan leader's handling it. I'm gonna get Robin, or I'm gonna get Moss and Remy and come find you."
No, do not come and find me. There's at least a dozen scarecrows.
I'm gonna go to where I saw Robin disappear into the forest, and I'm just gonna be like, Robin.
Let me roll perception, because I think I was moving towards. I am presently going to find Arturo. So I want to roll perception and see if I'm able to pick that up before I get too far away. I'm gonna use a hero point. This could be bad. I rolled literally 10 higher, so that is 27. I think I do hear that.
Yeah.
And I would like to just for the cinema of it emerge from the opposite side of the road. Be like, oh yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find much of anything. What's up?
First of all, you're crazy. Second of all, 12 scarecrows. We have to retreat. There's absolutely no way.
Is Arturo going to be okay?
I have literally no idea.
Oh God. Okay, get the others. I'm gonna just stand watch up here at the front. I'll slowly back up, but I'm gonna look out for him.
I'm gonna
see that the caravan has whistled out and is starting to turn around.
Wait, I'm still looking for Moss and Remy.
Moss and Remy are in the second to last caravan. You know that.
The Moss Mobile.
Mm-hmm. Neither one of them have.
I mean, if I get there,
one of them have been made aware of this situation, and both of them are sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that's what you think. Cut to the caravan. Hey, Moss. Did you notice that the caravan has stopped moving? Are you awake?
Moss is not awake. Moss
hey,
is
Moss.
snoring and drooling.
Hey, Moss.
Has Remy not slept either?
Hey, Moss. Hey, Moss. Are you awake?
I am now, Remy. What's happening?
Oh, you are now? Oh, why? What? I don't know. Well, now that you're awake, I mean, have you noticed that the caravan has stopped, Moss?
Remy, I was asleep. How would I know that?
Hey, Moss, are you awake?
Remy.
Hey, Moss. The caravan has stopped moving.
Well, maybe we got to where we were going to, Remy.
Okay. Good night, Moss. Have a good night's sleep.
Good night.
Good night. Hey, Moss. Hey, Moss.
Remy.
What? You're still awake. You need to sleep, Moss.
Well, I
Right.
can't sleep when you're talking. I mean,
Right as Remy finishes saying you need to sleep, Moss
Yeah.
smashes the door to the caravan open and screams at the top of his lungs. We gotta get up. There's scarecrows
Krog,
everywhere.
Moss the Magnificent is trying to sleep. We don't
Oh, God.
appreciate the shenanigans.
Moss
I'm
sits straight up.
rummaging through the caravan for Remy's sword.
As you're doing that, the little front hatch slides open, and Herring's head pops in and goes, "Hey, all, we've got a problem."
Yes, the problem is that all of you keep waking up Moss the Magnificent, who needs her beauty sleep.
Well, I think the boss will be okay. That I woke her up because there's quite a few people in like armor and horses, and they're riding up on us now.
From behind?
Well, it's technically now the front because we've all turned around.
Oh, well, we should turn back the other way. What the? Come on now.
We turned around the first time, but I don't think we were supposed to. Oh, I don't know what's happening. And Herring pops her head out and closes it.
Okay. All right. Let's find my sword. Here we go. Hey, Krug, can you help me put on my armor?
Yeah, I guess. I know that
It's
you can do that,
no.
Mr.
I
Head.
need help putting on my armor. It's no.
Before we get
Don't
into
know
a
how to-
fight, it sounds like Remy hasn't been sleeping. Has Remy also not been sleeping?
No, I slept until Moss screamed into the pillar.
Okay.
Into the pillow.
The pillar.
The pillar. Yeah.
The pillar.
Cool.
Moss, after this interruption from Krug, she again falls out of her bunk, and she looks like a swamp creature, but she does a quick prestidigitation, so she is presentable, and throws Cloaky over her shoulder and stumbles out of the caravan.
Yeah, you step out of the caravan, and the caravan has the whole entire caravan has stopped, all of them. And as soon as you all step out, you in fact see at least 24 men in full armor riding down the road, heading towards the caravan where you were originally coming from.
Oh.
They
Oh.
they have a single person with a huge flag. And Krug and Robin and Moss, all of you can very clearly see that this is a symbol of Pharasma.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna-
god.
I'm gonna run back to the head of the caravan.
Krug, wait.
what-
You need to help me finish with the armor. Krug, no.
Zoom.
Where are you going, Krug?
To the guy who I
The-
asked to coordinate the turning and retreating of
Mhm.
everyone.
He's in the back, and he's like standing on the top, and he's yelling back and forth. He's like, "Why are we stopping? What's happening up there? I need to understand." And like you literally are just like, like I assume like you're faster than the horse at this point. Like,
A galloping horse is faster than me, but I have the same move speed as a horse. For now.
yeah. So you run to the back, and he sees you and goes, "What's happening up there? Why did we stop?"
We are, how do you say, caught between a rock and a hard place. We're going to have to probably fight now.
Yeah, that looked like Pharasma back there. Yeah.
It's clerics
Are
of
you-
Pharasma.
are you-
I stayed. I was there
That's
waiting,
right.
waiting
That's
for
right.
her
That's
to
right.
come
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Clerics of Pharasma this way, scarecrows that way. Y'all never fought the scarecrows, but they're a mess.
You see Arturo walking over and goes, "Wait, what's happening?"
Pharasma.
Okay, listen. I know we've tried. But maybe here's the thing: we have an immediate threat that we can direct them towards, right? Maybe this is the time that we can make them fight with us and not against us.
Who, the scarecrows or Pharasma?
Honestly, either against the other at this point. I'll
Uh,
take whatever friends I can get.
Listen, if we all just go invisible, they'll run into each other.
and Arturo sits there for a moment and goes, our number one goal is to keep these people safe and get them out of here. Okay. I think that our best bet is to pick a group and pull them off to the side and let this group get by. Our choice is to go forward and try and get distract the scarecrows off the main road and get them off there that way. Or we do that with these guys and have them go back and try to find another route.
Oh,
Either
God.
way, I'm sorry to tell you, we and he looks back and forth at Krug and Robin, are going to be the ones that have to do the distracting.
If I'm being honest, as scared as I am of the scarecrows, I feel better odds distracting them. The clerics seem very, very well organized, but I don't know. That's just one gnome's opinion.
Krug?
Can I warfare lore to see which of them would be easier to outmaneuver? Like, which of them have more maneuverability?
Well,
Use
the
that.
scarecrows are all stuck on sticks.
Use
So
that. That's what I have to say about that.
Oh, I'm going to
forget your
hero
plus
point
3.
that. That was a 2, and I don't want a 2. That's way better.
I mean, technically it's a 5, but you know.
yeah, because the
I believe it or not, still not good enough for me. Is a 23.
23. More than likely, it's going to be easier to distract the scarecrows, get them off the road, and have them continue to go straight. Because one, you've experienced them; they're slower. The clerics are on horses, so that they've got some speed on them, and you already know what direction to go through the scarecrows. Versus the other ways, if you distract them, they're going to have to find a new route.
Yeah, I think Robin's right. We may as well push forward if we have to push one direction or the other.
Yeah, and honestly, if the opening comes up, I think maybe we can get them to fight each other and just sort of slip out in the chaos. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's a thought, right?
Look, if the golden opportunity strikes, but I don't think we should risk it if we don't have to.
Right. Okay. Let's go. Robin screams. I won't create it here in the room, but Robin screams for Herring too. Herring, of course, has already woken up or already talked to them, but not knowing that, I will do my scream.
And you're trying to get whose attention are you trying to get?
This is to get Herrings, yeah. Just following up on earlier, Herring, if I scream, make sure that Ross and Remy wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so you yell, and Herring pops his head in and looks at Moss, who I assume is helping Remy put their armor on, and goes, "Hey, Robin said to wake you, but you're already all awake. But she screamed, so
screaming. That is our signal."
Herring, I have to say something to you right now. You be very careful. There's no repeats of what recently happened, okay?
Yeah, I don't plan on sleeping right now.
Okay, but just be careful.
Yeah, and in the future, buddy, you and me, we're gonna settle down. You, me, Krug. We're gonna teach you some hand-to-hand combat, some self-defense skills.
I am actually super down.
Okay, good. Because I'm, okay. Well, if you have hands free right now, if you want to finish helping with the armor, I mean, it's very new. It's a new.
And Herring slips his body through and gets down and starts helping you out. Robin, maybe 5 minutes, because it takes 10 minutes to put your armor on. Is that correct, Remy?
5 minutes total.
Yeah, 5 minutes total. Okay, yeah. So maybe 3 minutes after you yell, you see Remy and Moss walking out of the caravan and starting to head towards the two of you.
And Remy's slower.
Has the whole caravan entourage started moving in the original direction?
They are now turning back around.
Yep.
But they're waiting for you all to clear the path before they go.
I almost think that, and Krug, I definitely would want your input on this, but it feels like 3 minutes between screaming and moving doesn't feel right. I feel like getting everyone up and then going to start clearing the path as soon as possible, since we're being attacked from both directions, makes sense. So,
well, it takes them at least a minute for them to turn around.
Sure.
So
well, yeah. I'm just thinking if we want to clear the path before the people behind us catch up, we might want to start that immediately. Get the scarecrows distracted before the caravan starts moving up there. But I guess I don't know. Yeah,
there's 12 scarecrows. I don't want to do anything without all of us. That
cool.
It doesn't matter how long we have to wait at that point.
I guess how close are the clerics behind? Maybe that's what I'm not quite understanding. I imagine they were approaching.
No. I mean, they were they're also a distance away. You're kind of in a plains, so you're able to see pretty far in both directions. And so you like the thing that allowed you to see these clerics is the fact that they're riding with a big huge thing that says Pharasma on it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Cool.
It's not a symbol. It's just the words Pharasma.
We heart Pharasma, it says.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Then well, once everybody is there, and then we can get going.
Yeah, so they get there, and the guy that's on the front horse is like, "Hey, not to be that guy, but what are we doing? What's the plan?"
All right, we got to turn around one more time, locking eyes with him, and then I'm just like, "I'm joking. Go, and don't stop."
Okay, we need to go to the left. Take it back now, y'all.
The plan. You all need to go as fast as you can, and we are going to keep the scarecrows off of you from the sides. I mean, honestly, beyond that, luck and speed.
Did you just say scarecrows?
Yeah. Oh, there's like a dozen scarecrows up there.
Oh,
apparently.
wait, is that what Krog was telling me before?
Arturo jumps onto the side of the caravan and grabs at the top and puts his foot on and looks at all of you and says, "Well, are you going to get on or what?"
I get on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Remy gets on.
And the driver hits the horses, and you can hear them start to giddy up and go. He's in the process. He has attached the horse that Arturo was originally on back on, and so now he's running with two horses.
Running with two horses. Okay.
And as you, Krug, like go to the spot that you two were originally stopped at, you start to turn a bank, and as you turn the bank, you can see the scarecrows lined up. Like in a line, and he goes. Arturo goes, "All right, you're gonna ride as fast and as hard as you can. We're gonna all jump off, all right, and we're just gonna go to town. Is everyone ready for this?"
Yeah, ready as I'm gonna be. Yeah.
And Arturo looks back at you, Krug, and says, "You got this. Trust me." And the other caravans stay at a slightly slower pace, and you guys are the go car, right?
The go kart, yeah.
And it is going as fast as it possibly can. Like you can start to feel that the wheels themselves are starting to shake and wobble back and forth. It's going way harder and way faster than it's supposed to. And Arturo, like as it's going, opens the door, reaches in, and grabs a bottle and hands it to Krug and goes, "Just in case." And you can see it's a little thing that says health on it.
It says 3d8 plus 8.
Krug goes, "All right," and he kind of like rolls his eyes and makes a gross face and puts it in his cloak.
He reaches out and he hands each one of you the same bottle, and says, "Okay, let's make this happen. All of you, roll me an acrobatics roll."
Even me. Sorry,
yeah.
I had to put the puppy downstairs.
Yeah, no, you are holding on to a caravan and about to jump off.
Okay, yeah, I figured. I figured. Oh my God, natural 20.
I just got a natural 20 as well.
Shit, guys.
That's not a natural 20, so I'm going to use the hero point.
You want one?
That's worse.
Part of the natural 20 club?
We have 12. I'm using another one.
No, you can only use
one.
one.
You can
per
only
use one per roll.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Then that's still not horrible. And I'm transforming into a bear as I'm jumping off of this. I think that changes my acrobatics. No, just athletics. Cool. So then,
Just so I remembered, what's my negative to dexterity based things like when I have my full plate on?
I don't believe you take any item penalties. The strength.
You
need the strength requirement for the.
That's
armor.
what I thought.
It is calculated if you have your armor on your character.
Sick. Yeah, and I do.
I'm at 12 total.
Ha, Dayton! I got there before you did.
Dayton, you better leave now.
Whoa, I had a question. Did I have time to just restore a focus point in the last the travel?
Dayton's mad because he didn't win the dice.
Oh, I told Dayton to leave. Right, that's my bad.
Don't do that. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell every single person watching right now to leave.
Don't do it.
Oh, why?
How do we get? We have negative viewers. That's crazy.
What is Krug? What was your acrobatics?
There's only a 31.
31. Moss, what'd you with your natural 20?
Well, you want me to add? I mean, it's just a natural 20, but
Yes, but this is your initiative.
30
flat. All right.
Yeah.
What? Your acrobatics is 10?
Mm-hmm. I'm a performer. Of course it's 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, then I got a 29.
Okay.
Because also I got a natural 20.
Robin.
12.
You're not going.
Wait. Why? No, 13.
You're still not going first.
Yeah. I don't know what that.
All right. They're going to roll their initiative, and theirs is going to be perception. Okay. All right.
Krug, just because I'm curious, what did you roll to get
18.
31? Okay.
Oh, Dayton points out +1 if someone was scouting, which Krug and Arturo totally were.
Oh, right. Give us all that +1, baby.
Oh, so I have a 30 now, and you have a 32, and Moss has a 31.
It doesn't change anything.
Except the number's bigger.
Does change the number bigger. All right. Okay. So Krug, you're going to go first. As the caravan busts through, not the road, but starts running down the road, you jump off at the opportune moment and roll off. And there are a bunch of scarecrows, and they immediately see you're not within melee range.
Is that our sub notification?
What was happening there?
Nope. What?
What is going
I have
on?
no idea what's happening right now. Is this part of the encounter?
That may or may not be my doorbell.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Haven't changed it since Halloween, huh?
We're going to get DMCA'd for that.
Right? Who says that I'm going to change that year round? Like, that's going to be all year round doorbell. Anyways, that was awkward. And then this is my monitor. I can just go away when I
Wow. It looks really cool, honestly.
It does. It's pretty fun.
all right. Sorry.
I'm really upset that played during my turn. I'm just throwing that out there. It was like the very beginning of my turn. Then it was like, by the way, you're gonna die.
Hey,
How far away? How far away is the closest scare?
For you, one movement speed.
One action.
Yep.
Oh, we're definitely gonna for them.
You're gonna definitely what?
Because that we're gonna put difficult terrain between. Oh, maybe I should wait on that actually. Okay, I'm gonna run up to the closest scarecrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to flurry of blows.
Do it.
The first one is a 28.
It hits. It is one away from a critical.
And then the second one is going to be a math is hard. 18?
18 does not hit.
Oh. Okay. And then I will do damage.
Yeah, you said
Way too
1/8,
many dice.
right?
Huh?
You said 18, like 1/8.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. Okay, you do not hit.
It's going to be a total of 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my last action to move my speed in the opposite direction of the road, if I can, or like the path that the caravan's taking.
Sure. I know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you run up, boom, run away. That brings us to Moss. You're up next.
I don't know. I kind of want to just go boom boom with fire.
Do it.
I mean, didn't we learn the fire does extra damage to the scarecrows?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Do any of my fires have AoE?
No.
Not yet. I can't believe I got AoE fire before. Like I got fireball before you did. That's ridiculous.
I want AoE fire.
I'm pretty sure I have fireball.
Okay, well.
Oh snap!
I'll do cloaky. Oh wait, can I do another cloaky fire? I slept, so I can do cloaky fire.
Yeah, you have unlimited cloaky fires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a cantrip. Dirt. Okay, cloaky fire at nearest scarecrow.
Do it. Roll it.
I always lose it on my sheet.
Roll a d20 and add 11.
21.
21 hits.
Okay, and then for the actual roll,
2d6.
yeah.
And as you're doing that, I'm making sure that that's correct still.
7.
7 points of damage. Alrighty. Cool. You've got one more action. What would you like to do?
Shield! As usual.
Cool. That brings us to Remy.
Okay, so I'm assuming we're all like one movement speed away from the scarecrows.
Krug is 1 movement speed. You are probably 2 because your movement speed's 25, right?
Probably 20 actually with the armor on.
Yeah.
No, unless you moved up to full plate. Your movement.
Oh, that's right.
I did move up to full plate, didn't I?
Oh, yes, that's right. We had that whole entire conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct. So for you, it's going to be 2 movement speed. 2 movement to get to.
Perfect. Thank you for finally allowing me to use sudden charge. Every time it's like, yeah, they're within 1 move. And I'm like,
What's the point?
why do I even have that feat? Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to use sudden charge and I'm going to attack one of these scary buddies.
Do it.
With a big ol' attack here. I'm going to use a hero point. And that's going to be 29.
29 is a critical.
Yeah. Cool. Then that's going to be boom, boom. And I double that.
Yes. You just flat out double the damage. Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, it's been so long since we've been in combat. I've forgotten how to kick butt. So that's okay. Plus 4, 16. So 32 of my slashing damage.
32. All right. That does a nice thick cut from it.
Yeah, I run out. I tumble and I flip around and I pull out my sword and I charge and whooshing. And I'm like, you are now dealing with Count Detective Ashuelo now, scary bodies.
You see Arturo, who had also rolled off. He runs like closer towards the direction Krug is going, but he moves that way, and then you see him with his hands up, and he moves his hand across like that. And yes,
I still get one more attack.
Oh yeah, because that's only 2 actions.
Yeah, sorry, you're okay. Yeah, Arturo comes up. We're chilling. I'm looking at Arturo. I'm like, check this one out, man. Slash. I'm gonna go for that second attack. Here we go. It's boom. Might as well use a hero point. Am I right, everyone? Swish, and that's okay. 27 minus 5 is 22.
That hits.
That hits, and here we come with the damage on that. Ooh, pretty good. 16 more slashing damage on that same scarecrow. If that buddy's still alive, gonna go swap.
Have you all been targeting the same side of the road so far?
Yes, everyone has gone in one direction thus far. That might kill it. Let me just do some quick math. That kills it. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I chop it down, and I look at the other scary buddies, and I'm just like, I don't know if you can understand me, but this will be you next.
Do you? Oh wait, no, you can't. I was gonna say, do you want to
I
use?
can't. No, I can't use demoralize. I can't. I've used all my actions.
Yeah. So Arturo jumps off and rolls off, but because Robin reminded me of this, thank you, Robin. He rolls off the other side, the same side that Robin is on. We'll say that Remy, Krug, and Moss were on one side, and Robin and Arturo was on the other. So, Robin, you only see this. You see Arturo run straight forward, and for the first scarecrow, he swipes his hand across, and as he does that, like a few seconds later, just a big rock off the ground flies up and smacks this thing in the head.
Whoa. That's a bear voice saying whoa.
And let me roll damage real fast. Do I have enough D6s there? No, I do not.
What level were we the last time we fought these things? We were just level 4, right? It was just one level ago. But that was, that was also before Krug and I got our like striking and like potency runes on our weapons. So, well, maybe we're gonna do a little bit better this time.
Yeah, Artur does this, and you see this rock hit this thing, and it kind of sways back and forth, but it's still alive. That's going to be Robin's turn.
Cool. So Robin is still like mid shift, basically turning into a bear. And
Robin, you rolled really badly. Some of them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's fine. That's fine.
You rolled. I feel bad by repeating it over and over again because it's like.
Are you sure with it being a 14 instead of 13? I don't go ahead of all of them.
Yes, because some of them have 28 as their initiative. So.
Yeah.
And also 14 is really bad. I want that on the
So the first one walks up to is moving towards Remy, and it is going to swipe at you with its claws. Okay, I assume a 32 hits.
It does, but it does not crit.
Does not crit. Okay, cool.
Does not crit. I got
What
full
if you
plate.
had your shield up?
I got full plate.
7 plus 7, take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just a reminder, I rolled acrobatics, not perception, Dayton. So it's not as embarrassing. It's not like I rolled a 1. I rolled a 4.
Is there like some fear-based thing with these scarecrows that's going to happen?
They do, but they have not initiated that.
Okay, cool.
They do definitely have a scare feature with them, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to do. Scare Lear, if you're within 40 feet, which you are now within 40 feet of this creature, you have to make a will save. But I'm pretty sure you can.
And it's fear-based, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then 20.
Yeah, you succeed. It's not a critical success.
Well, it's a critical success because if I succeed, it goes up 1, and if I fail, it goes up. It goes up 1. So like So if it's fear based, I get to be a perfect little person.
So as a critical success, this creature is unaffected and is then temporarily immune for the next 24 hours.
Owned?
Are these scarecrows even strong?
And its third action is to swipe you again, and it rolls a natural 1. I don't believe you have anything that allows you to counter that. Is that correct? No?
No, I mean, like I have my opportunity attack, but I don't think that comes into play here.
No, because they're swiping. They're making an attack.
Scarecrow, no swiping.
Krug, you can see the others are moving towards you. But they can't get to you because they are exceptionally slow creatures.
That's fine. I'm okay with it.
I will say, hold on. I will say one of them does end within 40 feet of you. So you will also roll me a will save.
Okay, I will gladly roll you a will save. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but my saves are the bestest. Oh, that's not the greatest save in the world. 21?
21 is a success.
Nice. I have to roll a 10 to succeed. That's get owned.
You are frightened one.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's right.
All right, I'll take it.
That's right. This one is really bad.
Now we're gonna say it's Robin's turn.
Cool. Are you cool if I continue being sort of creative with my transformations here? So she's like in mostly bear mode as she's jumping off the caravan. And like as she's going through the air and hitting the ground, she's basically like elongating, and her tiny little bear tuft tail is growing out to the point where she hits the ground, and she's like, it's like a bear-like big cat. So like a leopard with almost like a thicker head. And like maybe thicker paws, kind of like a bear cat hybrid. I'm a bear cat, and I'm using the cat stat block from here. And I'm going to, with a speed of 40 feet, I basically want to try to pull as many of their aggro on me as I can. So if I can maybe roll like an intimidation or something, and then just like run through the crowd of scarecrows and just try to get them to follow me into the field. That's kind of what I'm more interested in, other than hurting them.
You can attempt that, sure.
Cool. Would that be intimidation? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I hope I can.
Ooh.
That's not bad. And that is, so it's 16. That is 21 total.
You do this and you make this intimidation and you run past them, and they look completely unaffected.
Cool. Then I'm going to, like, as I kind of clock that as I'm passing them, I am going to like swipe at the furthest one from the road, I guess, as I'm kind of leaving the pack.
Swiping, no swiping.
Swiping, no swiping. So I'm going to
also with that information that you kind of see, that you can kind of tell that they're probably immune to mental effects.
Cool. Good to know. Then I'll just get them on me the old-fashioned way, punch them. So I'm going to, was that 2 actions? I assume movement and intimidation each on their own.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, it was just
movement, intimidation, and attack.
And now attack. Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm going to I guess I'll be using my jaws. So I'm like grabbing onto one as I'm leaving the group. And that is going to be nat 20 to hit. For a total of 34.
So that was that was a critical success before you rolled it. So.
Hell yeah. So that is going to be and I haven't crit in a while. Do I roll 2d6 and double it, or do I roll 4d6? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That is going to be, and the bonus is doubled 2, so that is 24 damage from my bear cat teeth.
Nice.
And also, yeah, I'm going to say it's like saber-toothed cat. So it's, I don't have vampire fangs yet, but I do have cat fangs in this form. And it's like, Robin is still continuing to run past, but at the moment I'm stopped at the end of the group.
That means it's going to be their turn, and they're going to make you roll a will save for me.
Will save. I will save. Nice.
I think you will.
That's got to be.
I think you will save.
That is a 30.
Oh yeah, so that's a critical success. You're
immune. We did it.
You know the sound when you boot up Turok for Nintendo 64?
No.
Well, if anyone does, that's the sound that Robin makes.
Oh, so Moss, can you roll me? Well, it doesn't matter this time, but you're going to be rolling 3d6 for Clokey. That's how much damage he does.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
now?
No,
more like Clokey Dokey. Am I right?
Oh God. Anyways, no, it made me think of a project that Kirk and I are working on, and one of the moves is called Doki Doki. But anyways, but no,
Doki means like,
it's like a heartbeat
in Japanese.
Yeah, the move is basically that you cause someone's heartbeat to go faster and is flustered, and you are able to easily manipulate them. Anyways, moving forward, if you want to update your sheet and change it from 2d6 to 3d6.
Okie dokie. I don't really know how to update this PDF, but I'll figure it out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later. Just remember for today. Okay. That is going to... Okay, so you become immune to it, but it is still going to make 3 attacks at you because you are in its face First attack is a 23.
Let me check. I think that doesn't hit because I'm a bear cat. 17 plus level. My AC is 22 right now, so that just hits.
Okay. Second attack does not hit. Third attack does not hit. So you're going to take 14 damage.
Oof. All right.
And then the other one is going to move to you, moving once, and is going to make 2 attacks at you.
Sick.
28 hits.
Yep.
And 19 does not. So
Correct.
You're going to take 15 points of damage.
Oof. Not looking good for Long Cat Robin.
And the other one moves. There's a third one over there. That one moves to you but can't make an attack. And the other 3 that are on that side move towards Arturo. That brings us back to the top of the initiative. Krug, it is your turn. The one in front of you is a smoldering pile of burning hay.
And I go,
Oh, wait, not in front of you. You moved away. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, it's still the closest pile. How far has the caravan gotten?
The first cart that you were on has moved past you. The other one hasn't even made it to you yet.
Do any of the scarecrows on this side look like they are still eyeing the caravans?
No, they look pretty intent to killing you.
Great, cool.
Oh, good.
Cool.
And I would,
I
I would even say at this point, as you're realizing this, that you're probably its intent. It does not care about the caravan and cares more about Arturo and the rest of you.
Oh, cool. Well, that's helpful. Not really. No, that's not helpful at all. I'm gonna run up to the next closest scarecrow, and I'm going to flurry of blows it again.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so the first one, 28.
Okay, 28 hits, but not a critical. You're very close. You're off by 1.
And then the next one is going to be a 23.
Hits, but does not critical.
Sweet. So that will be damage. 16 plus Angry Kitty. 20 damage total.
That's me.
20 damage on
20
not
damage.
a crit?
Yeah.
Not crits, yeah.
Wow.
2 not crits. That's
Oh,
46
2. Yeah,
plus 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And then I will
6 plus 8, right?
no, why would it be 8?
Is it plus 2 for each one, or plus 4?
Oh
for each
shoot,
one?
you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 4 more damage.
Okay,
24.
24.
My bad.
I was going to say, I was like, wait, hold on. No.
Yeah, why is it only 4? Yeah,
Okay.
my strength mod's only 2. Just kidding. And then I'm going to use my last action to run away again in the opposite direction of the caravan.
Okay. That brings us to Moss.
As I go, I'm going to go.
Neener.
Free action, but not intimidation.
So how many are okay? Wait, Robin needs healing really bad.
Not really
Like,
bad.
not bad.
Robin is on the other side of the road.
I can handle myself. I'll be okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do more burning,
Do it.
especially now that I know that I have 3 d6. So I like grasp Clokey, and I'm like, you do you want to do this with me?
Hell yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 24.
So I'm going to say you're going to have to use 1 movement action to get closer to them, but that will just be 1 movement action, and then your second and third will be to use your thing, and that hits. So roll 3d6.
Okay. 1 is 3, 2 is 5, and 3. So
11.
11. Yeah.
11, and because it's fire damage, it takes an additional 5 points of damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that is 16 points of damage. That's the same one Krug just hit. What makes that one at... Okay, cool. All right.
Is it dead?
It's not dead. It's still alive.
Come on.
But that brings us to Remy.
Okay. I have one right next to me, right?
No, you killed that one.
I know, but didn't one come up and attack me after I killed one?
Yes. You're right. I apologize. Yes.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, so I just have one around me right now?
Mhm.
All right, I'll attack that one then.
Yes, because it was Robin that they kind of are starting to swarm.
Yeah, okay. Using hero point. Okay, that's fine. So 26.
26 hits.
26 hits. I'm gonna slash this little puppy. 13 damage on that.
13. Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack again.
Mm-hmm.
Slash. Using a hero point. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoa. Okay, so that's 34 minus 5, so 29.
29 is a critical.
Okay, cool. That's a critical and not bad damage. So that's gonna be 30 total damage on that.
All right. I like that.
And do I need to do a third attack on this or
It's still alive.
okay. There's not really much else I could do since I don't have my shield out and I want to keep my 2 hands free. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go for a third attack, which is gonna be at minus 10. So that's gonna be, let's see if I can do math here. So 33 minus 10, 23.
I'm sorry, what was that?
23 total.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. So I'm swiping it again. Doing all this, well, that's okay. 10 damage, 10 slashing there at the end.
All right. Cool. It's still alive, but barely.
And I said, come on. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, come on. That's my turn.
That brings us to Arturo. Arturo does the same thing, moves his hand, and a big rock goes and smashes into the side of one of the pumpkins, and he uses his third action to move away from all of them, kind of bringing them not towards Robin, but in the same direction that was Robin's pulling them away. That brings us to you, Robin.
All right. So there's 6 on me and Arturo's side still, right? That are up?
There are 5 total.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as like the arrangement of them and us, say I wanted to make like I don't know, an area of effect in like a 20-foot, I think it's like a 20-foot burst, right? Is there a way I could do that with hitting them and not myself or Arturo?
You could hit 3 of them.
Okay. Here's what I want to do first then. I would like to, I have 40 feet of movement. I want to use 2 move actions to just get like 50 feet away.
Okay.
Sorry. Before I did that, I wanted to do. I don't know if this would be like perception or nature, but I want to get an impression of like if there is a distance. Like if I get too far away, are they just going to like give up on me as opposed to following me? Like get an idea of like how they're sensing me or something, or how like what it is that's attaching them to me.
Yeah, I mean they're you can roll a crafting check if you'd like.
Sure.
Because he's constructs.
I guess the other thing I was thinking is like could I move a bit and like prepare a move action and just like keep moving with them basically on my next turn? Just like lead them away.
Yes, but how it works is it takes 2 actions on your turn to do scheduled action. And so even if you like, because what's your movement speed?
40. So I would move 40 feet right now and then like wait for them to move up to me. And then when they reach me, that would be the trigger for me moving another 40 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Cool. I'm going to do that then. So I'll move 40 feet away from them and then just like be watching them basically and like kind of like pacing back and forth. And then just keep on being ready to lead them away.
Okay.
And maybe call out, I guess I can't speak to Arturo, but I'm going to look at Arturo and try to communicate, hey, follow me, but like, like it's don't,
you basically
I want them between me and Arturo, but we'll see what Arturo is able to pick up. Yeah.
All right. And as that happens, as you're kind of like prepping yourself to move that way, they start to move towards you, and you, of course, move away. And Arturo, you think gets understands it, and you all start to see the caravan start to go past all of you. I want everyone to roll a perception check.
27.
27.
It may actually be higher because I'm a bear cat. Hold on.
Whoa!
18.
Oh no, it's not higher.
19.
I got 27.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Was anyone below a 15?
No.
All of you see the caravan, your number one goal, getting the caravan to go past all of you. And as you see that the front driver that you all had, I'm sorry, the secondary driver is laying on his back on the back of the caravan, and the caravan is now being ran by a Tengu. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh my god.
It's the real Court of Corvids.
It's fucking oh my god. It's yeah. Fizzle. That's his name.
So yes, thank you all very, very much. Congratulations again to Murphy Pop for winning the dice. Stick around for Power Play. We're going to be doing a comic book giveaway. So stick around for that. But let's do our goodbyes and everyone do their thing. Let's go the opposite way. Start with Krug.
Hi, I'm Krug playing Krug Claudel the Human. I'm not supposed to do that part this time. If you didn't hear at the beginning, Jake was recently on the. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was on the Nerdarchy Live channel. It's like they do like an hour-long like podcast style show, and so it's basically like two people that enjoy Pathfinder and role-playing games in general, just kind of like chatting about it. So if you're interested in hearing that, I highly recommend it. It is it's rare that we're in long-form content that isn't playing a game, so I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a good. I don't want to say interview because like you also asked them questions. Like it was just kind of literally you were just having a casual conversation about role playing games. It was really good. I highly recommend it. That's on Nerdarchy Live. Yeah, that's what I got. Thank you for watching.
And stick around for that because they have also requested for Krug to be on, and they were like, what's the best way for us to get a hold of Krug? And I told them the truth, which was talk to me.
Y'all are the best life partners.
I literally was like, if you want Krug, talk to me. I'll schedule it. I'll make sure it happens.
I know my flaws. I'm okay with it.
Look, we work good together for a reason. All right, let's leave it at that. Moss, go for it. You're next.
Tis I've been Molly McIsaac. That's my real name, but I've been playing Moss the Magnificent. You can follow me across the internet at Molly McIsaac. Except for here on Twitch, which is Night Glimmer. I haven't been streaming because I have this very demanding dog, this new puppy that I got this week. I'm going to try now that she's settled into more of a schedule. So hopefully this coming week I will be streaming. I usually stream Final Fantasy 14. You can also watch a really silly series I do around this time of year with my best friend Jordan on Facebook called The Basic Witches, or find me on YouTube where I also will be uploading it since my Facebook is now gone because I am too outspoken for my own good. And my YouTube is Molly McIsaac. That is all. Ta-da!
William and Jonas, go for it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been William playing Remy Ashwillow, everything. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite. You can also find me here on QueueTimes doing two other shows that I run. One is called Killer Set, and the other one is called Hijinks and Handlebars. Hijinks and Handlebars was a long-running Kids on Bikes campaign that we will eventually return to, but when we went remote, we switched to a Dungeon World campaign that we will also return to come January. We'll finish that out, and then we'll get back to the main continuity story with Kids on Bikes. But you can find both of those, all the VODs, on QueueTimes main YouTube channel, and a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars, and another playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. Killer Set is Monster of the Week campaign, where I take real-life musicians and bands, and I have them play fake musicians and bands who have to solve mysteries and fight monsters in order to play their gigs. We have had had Pink Shift and we have had Bad Moves on. And both of those sessions, those VODs, can be found on QueueTimes' main YouTube channel as well in a playlist called Killer Set.
My name is Jonas. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I do want to take a moment here to say Krug, Caring Lizard sent you a message, and Jake, please tell Krug that Caring Lizard sent him a message. I am also in a band with William called Glass Beach. We have our own Twitch channel here where we hang out sometimes. We play video games sometimes. We do music stuff sometimes. I'm currently playing for the first time the game Jet Set Radio on there. I'll be continuing that on Tuesday. It's very fun. I'm not good at it.
Be careful. That song has a lot of DMCA.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we got all escape music.
We had a playthrough on YouTube, and we got flagged for it.
Oh man. Well, maybe I'm done playing Jet Set Radio then. But I can tell you tomorrow. I don't know what time, so watch my Twitter and the Glass Beach Band Twitter to see when. I'll be picking up Lane's Music Mondays, so I'll be doing some admittedly amateur FL Studio work, doing less amateur music composition. I've been doing that longer, very new to the software, so that'll be fun. Hanging out, making some tunes. Come chill.
Nice. I think that's it. So again, thank you all so much. Stick around for Power Play. And then we're doing a bunch of other dice giveaways. Monday, we're going to be giving away another set of Die Hard dice. So stick around for that show. I think we're doing dice giveaways for the next couple of weeks, all the way up until December. So stick around for that. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.
Bye.